everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to my subscribers, and thank you the newcomers. I hope you like what you see, and if so, please do subscribe. It helps to grow the channel. And everyone, please do give it your thumbs up. It helps to circulate the video worldwide. And thank you so much for your beautiful comments, also for your suggestions. And thank you for creating some of my pieces. Some of you have created and sent it to me by Instagram or email. And I did do a video on some of the followers' pieces that were created through my channel. Gorgeous pieces. So for some of you that didn't have a chance to look, go ahead and see how beautiful these people have created. Beautiful, beautiful patterns. So congrats to every single one of you. I love all the pieces you guys created. Thank you so much. I am very proud. And now we are going to go into, I guess if you call it the granny square, I believe. So I'm going to teach you how to do this one. Maybe some of you have seen already similar pattern to this, because this pattern is, I think, over 50 years old, if not more. It's a very, very old pattern, but still, until today, it's one of the most beautiful patterns ever. You can create this as a tablecloth. You can create this as a table runner. You can create this as a bedspread. This one I'm going to do as a pillow cover. But you can also create, let's say, I don't know what you call those small blankets that you throw over the couch, the sofa, for decoration. So it's gorgeous pattern for that too. Very simple to do, and I'm going to show you how it's attached this way. Like this, you have no marks whatsoever. You can use one color only or several colors depending on your decor, where you're going to put this pattern in. So I have the baby blue and a more solid blue. You could also make this as sets for bedrooms. Again, boys' room, pink for girls' room, your bedroom, depending upon your colors again. So very simple pattern to create. We're going to get started. This is 100% a 4-ply. 4-ply, that means 4 strings. 100% cotton. This is Portuguese thread. And needle, of course, number 3. A small needle to tuck in loose ends, and a pair of scissors to, of course, cut off the loose ends. So we're going to get started, and I hope you're going to join me to create this beautiful piece, okay? So thank you so much again, everyone. Oh, and before I forget, there's always something I forget, of course. Up top, there's 3 little buttons on your right side. If you find that the video is too fast for you, all you have to do is click on those buttons, and it tells you to slow down video. You can slow down the video to the speed you would like. A lot of you don't know this, but you actually can do this on every video that you do watch on YouTube. Of course, I didn't know that too at the beginning. People have been helping me out with a lot of buttons here and there, because I wasn't familiar with all this stuff on YouTube. So I'm just getting there. I'm still trying to get how to put all different types of languages, subtitles for people to watch around the world. But so far, the only one I see now, I'm only entitled to 1 language. So it's terrible, because I have a lot of people in comments in my Facebook groups that, you know, they want it in India, or they want it in Arabic or Chinese, and I can't do it. They won't allow me to put more than 1 language. So it's kind of, it's not fun, but I am still trying to do my best to find a way to get that done. So eventually I will get it done as soon as I can break that code of having it done, okay? So for some of you that keep asking me to put in some other subtitles in other languages, just be patient with me, because I don't have a choice now but to put in English. But eventually, once I can find out, or someone can help me with it, then I will put in subtitles on many languages. All you have to do is click on the language that you want it to be. Okay, so we're going to get started, everyone. Okay, so the first thing you want to do, I'm just going to move this so it doesn't distract you from the stitch. The first thing I'm going to do is the magic circle. Now, I do it this way. Many other people have different ways to doing it. They'll just go and make a knot like that. Well, that works too. Okay? All you have to do is just make a knot. Okay? If you find it more comfortable to make a knot on it, right? So you just pass your thread, and there you go. You have the magic circle. Fastest way to do it. And then all you have to do is grab your string, put your thread into position, and 1, 2, and 3 chain. That will equal a double crochet. Then you can just pull it and make it a little bit smaller. Now we're going to do 3 double crochets, and we're going to do 4 groups of 3, okay, with 2 chain separation in between them. 1, 2, and then 3 more groups of 3 double crochet. Tie a little bit more. 1, 1, 2, chain separation, and again 1, 2, and 3. 2 chain separation, last group, 1, 2, and 3. 2 chain separation. Now you come into the string, you just pull through it, and that's it. And you close in on the 3rd space. Make sure you grab the 2 strings in there, not just one, or else it leaves like a little space. So you have your 4 little 4 groups of 3. Now we're gonna do I'm gonna walk. I call it the walk because I don't want it to be a line here on the center. So I'm gonna walk with a slip stitch to the center, and I'm gonna do chain 3. This will equal a double crochet, another double crochet. So we're gonna have 2 inside of these spaces. 2 chain separation and 2 more. So we're gonna have 2 groups of 2 inside of the space. We're going to do on top of the double crochet from the previous row, double crochet, so one after another, and then 2 more in here. You're supposed to have a total of 7 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Again, 2 chain separation, and again 2 more, and over on top of the double crochet from the previous row, we're doing the double crochet. I think I was probably, I don't know, 13, 14 years old when I did a bedspread with this motif for my parents. So it's quite a long time ago. 2 chain separation, 2 inside of the space. So very easy, nothing to it. And over the double crochets. So go ahead and do your 7, 2 chain, 7, 2 chain until the end, and I'll meet you at the end. So we've come to the end. We're going to close it up exactly on 3rd space, grabbing the 2 threads here because we don't want a space. So now you got your 7, 2, 4, 6, 7. We're going to do the walk again over to the center because I don't want to leave like, where there's a 3 chain going up, but we'll leave a line, and I don't want that, okay? Again, chain 3. We're going to do again 2 groups of 2 double crochet with 2 chain separation, and we're doing this time 9 so double crochet over double crochet, me see if I'm right here, if I didn't lose track of something. Okay, so 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, and it's 11 double crochet, not 9. 8, 9, my mistake of saying 9. I don't know why I said 9. But anyway. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. 2 chains. And again, 2 inside and continue your 11 double crochets. So you know there's going to be 7 on top of here. 2 inside and 2 inside will total your 11. I'll meet you at the end. So we've reached the end. Again, we're going to close it on third space, grabbing the 2 threads. We don't want to grab just 1 thread, so it can stay nice and closed, okay? We're going to do the walk again and into the middle. Again, 2 more double crochets and 2 chain. 2 more double crochets, and now we're going to have 15 double crochets. So 1 per space. We're going to repeat the same thing, except now instead of being 11, it's going to be 15. Nothing to it. Piece of cake, right? One of the easiest patterns ever. And I think before I did the tablecloth, not tablecloth, the bedspread for my parents, I think I had done a set for the bedroom, my brother's bedroom. Imagine, I was so young, but always loved crocheting, right? Okay, so 2 inside, and then 2 chain separation, and then 2 more inside. Now, so we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. So we have 15. We're going to continue. We're going to close it in on the third chain. Okay, so we're going into row 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so we're going to finish up row 4, and then we'll go into row 5. Okay, so we're getting to the end. So I pretty much did over where I started the previous row of the 3 chain. Okay, and this one here. So we're going to close again on third space. We're going to do the walk. I call it the walk with a slip stitch right over. So this gives you an idea. Okay, so here we increased. Now we're going to decrease. We're coming down. Okay, so we'll be going cutting down on the double crochets. Okay, so here we're going to start doing, from now on, it's 3 double crochet inside of the space. We're going to have 2 groups of 3, 2, 3, and 2 chain separation. And then again, 3 more, like that. 1, 2, 3 chain. We're going to skip 1, 2. On the third one, we do the double crochet. So for some of you that have you're too loose on your stitch, do 2 chain instead of 3, because we don't want it to bag up too much either, okay? It's not going to change the pattern if you do 2 chain, because you're just tightening up the pattern more, that's all, okay? So we're going to continue doing double crochets. So we leave 2 at the beginning and we leave 2 out at the end, because now we're decreasing, okay? So you're going to end up with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So basically you're repeating the rows here, coming out this way. So you're going up that way, okay? As you see there. So you're going to have 11. And then, of course, here you're going to have 7, and then you're going to end up with 3. So 1, 2, and 3, and you do your 2 groups of double crochet in the corners again. This is very good, especially for beginners. 2 chain separation always. So we're always going to have these 2 groups until the end. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. So we always skip the 2 first ones and we go into the 3rd one. And the same thing is going to happen at the end. We're going to leave 2 of them out. So we're going to end up with 11 double crochets. Okay. So do yours, I'll do mine, and I'll meet you at the end. So coming to the end, I've closed in with a slip stitch. We're going to row number 6. Again, we're going to walk to the center because I don't like that line there. 1, 2, 3, and you know that here in the center is always the 3 groups of 3 double crochet with 2 chain separation. One, 2, and 3. We're coming into the first block and we're doing a single. 1, 2, and 3. We're going to skip the first 2, going into the 3rd one with double crochet. So now we're going to have our 7 double crochets because we are decreasing. So we leave the last 2 out. So we have 2, 4, 6, 7, 1, 2, and 3. Coming again into the center and closing in with single. 1, 2, and 3. Coming in into the center and create our 2 groups of 3 double crochet with 2 separation in between them. I'll meet you at the end. So I've come to the end. I'm going to close it on the third chain where we started with the slip stitch. I'm going to do my walk to the center with the slip stitch. If maybe my hands would stop slipping through it. It's so hard to stitch when your hands have to be stretched out on the table for the video. 1, 2, and 3. Again, we're going to do the 3 groups. 1, 2 chain separation and 3 more double crochet. So we are on row number 7. 1, 2, and 3 into the first space with single. 1, 2, 3 chain into the second space with single, and 1, 2, and 3 chain. We skip 2, we go into the 3rd one. So we're supposed to have only 3 double crochet here on this row. Exactly the same way we started from the beginning, we finish at the end. 1, 2, 3 chain into the first space, 1, 2, 3 chain into the second space, and 1, 2, 3 chain into the corner space, and create our 2 groups of 3 double crochet, 2 chain separation. Like that. So simple, so easy, and very nice pattern. Now we're going to turn to the back. For the people that are doing the magic circle, we're going to tuck in this. If not, people that can't do it and still doing the chain stitch, I should have said it from the beginning. Well, then you can do a 6 chain stitch. If your stitch is too wide, then do 4. Now you know the thicker you go on the yarn or thread with this, the bigger your piece will be, your pattern. So just go in through the loops back here like that. Pull through it. Since it's small, you can go all the way around. And it's never going to come out of place. So you go through the middle loops here. And you pull your threads. And you're secure now. It's not going to move anywhere. And then you would just give it a little wiggle, and it's just perfect in place. Continue yours, and I'll continue mine. And I'll meet you at the end. I'm going to cut my thread after here because I'm adding on the darker blue. But you can continue on the same color. It's just as gorgeous, the same. And of course, I'm going to teach you how at the same time to add them on so you can have this effect. Okay, which I think looks beautiful, and it doesn't have that thick line going through it anyway. Okay, so continue yours and I'll continue mine. Okay, so I finished my row. I'm going to do a slip stitch knot, and I'm going to start on the corner here. Try to hide my thread at the same time. So I start with a single, 1, 2, because the single makes 3. I'm going to do my 3 double crochet. That's including the first one there. I'm going to do 1 chain. I'm going to do back to back right on the corner. I'm going to close it with single. I'm going to do 1 chain again, and I'm coming back inside to finish my group of 3 double crochet, hiding my thread at the same time, and whatever's left over I'll cut it at the end. So now I'm going to do 1 chain. I'm going to grab the first space. This is back to back, the first space on the other pattern, close it with single, 1 chain, and I'm coming into the first space on the one that we are creating, closing with a single, 1 chain. I'm grabbing the other one in the back, the other space, close it with a single, 1 chain, coming back into the space on the one I'm creating, close it with a single, 1 chain. Again, grabbing the back part, back pattern I should say, 1 chain, coming back into the last space here before the 3 double crochet, 1 chain. I'm grabbing the last space here where it meets also with the double crochet, single, 1 chain. I am coming into the center of the double crochets, the middle one, and closing in with a single, 1 chain. I'm grabbing the space right after the double crochets on the other pattern, single, 1 chain. I'm closing it in right after the double crochets, 1 chain again, coming into the next space on the the behind pattern, single, a chain, and coming in and closing in with a single, 1 chain, coming into the back, single, 1 chain, coming into the front, single, 1 chain, coming into the last one, single, 1 chain, and now I'm coming in and doing the 3 double crochets in front. What I mean front is the pattern in front of me. So I created my 3 double crochets, 1 chain. I'm coming in to the loop here from the pattern behind, I'm going to close it in with a single. I'm going to come to the front pattern and I'm going to do my 3 double crochets. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. One chain. I'm coming into the first space right after the double crochets on the back pattern. One single, one chain, and I'm coming into the front pattern, single. No, sorry, that's, never mind. Just do that. It's on the 4th pattern that we're going to attach it here. Sorry about that. That's why it's always good, and I forgot to mention that at the beginning, you will always look ahead of the video before you create anyone's pieces or anyone's video for that matter, to make sure that there isn't a mistake that they had to come back to and fix it on the spot. So 1, 2, and 3 chain, and we continue on doing the chains here. 1, 2, and 3 chain, single, 1, 2, and 3 chain, close it in with single, 1, 2, 3 chain, into the middle, and 1, 2, 3 chain, continue on, 1, 2, 3 chain, and then I'll show you how to add the 4th one in, so you can create it already and you will be ready to add it with me. Now when you're making no matter what you're making, big project, small project, anyway, so you do your 3 chain, you come inside and you create your 3 groups of 3. It's always best, if you're using 2 colors, it's always best to create that a lot of that one piece with one color, and then when you're ready to start adding them on, then you can start with your second color, which will go much faster for you. Okay, 1, 2, 3 chain, and then you continue on, so nothing to it. 1, 2, 3 chain, 1, 2, 3 chain, you come into the center, 1, 2, 3 chain where the 3 double crochets are, right in the middle one, close it with single, 3 chain, and you continue on. So I'm going to show you how it's starting to look like. So it's going to be like that. And then of course we're going to have the other one here. So I'm going to create the other one also and show you how we're going to add on both places, which is very simple, nothing to it. We're only creating the chains and attaching, creating on each chain here, right? So I'm going to create mine and I'll meet you right at the end. Like I was saying, if you're doing the 2 colors like I am, you can create whatever measurements you need, 4, 6, 8, 10 squares like this. And then you, as you're doing your last one, then you just continue on with your last color and keep attaching them. I think it goes much faster. This also is good for, you know, those small little pillows for the couches, perfect for it. You can alternate, have some in blue or the 2 colors, or one in the middle, darker blue with this color, and the 2 on the outside, or 2 darker on the outside and this blue in the center. I think it looks beautiful in the sofas too, just lovely. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of my 4th one so we can add them on. Okay, you guys, so I pretty much created my 4th one already. I did my 3 double crochets on the corner. I'm going to do 1 chain. I'm going to come in the corner back to back on this one. I'm going to close it with single. I'm going to do 1 chain again. I'm going to come back in. I'm going to finish my 3 double crochets. One chain. I'm grabbing the first one in the back, the first loop right after the double crochets, single, 1 chain. Coming into the front loop, single, one chain, coming into the second loop in the back, single, one chain, oops, into the next one, single, one chain, into the third loop in the back, single, one chain, into the front, single, one chain. We're coming into the loop just on top almost of the double crochet, single, one chain. I'm coming into the middle of the double crochet, single, one chain. I'm coming to the next one, single, one chain. I'm grabbing the other loop next to the double crochet in front, single, one chain, single, one chain, single, one chain, single, one chain. So one time going into the front, one time going into the back, single, one chain, and now I'm coming inside of the corner one to create my 3 double crochets. I keep hitting the camera. One single, and now we're going to attach it onto here. Actually, we're going to attach it onto there. You can do it whatever way. You can do it in the center if you'd like. I'm going to do it on the third one. I'll show you in a second. Okay, so we close it with one single. We come back in and do the 3 double crochets. Just pull this so you can see what I'm doing here. Now, I don't want it to be too much of a space here. You see that? So I'm going to take it down. I'm going to attach it here. Whatever works best. I don't want too much of a space, right? So let me see how I'm going to attach it on the first one here next to it. And then I can just go directly. So I've attached it on this one right next to it in the center there. And then the one that's up top from the one we're creating, I'm going to go right in the center too with slip stitch. And then I'm going to come in. So I've attached it in 2 places. I'll show you in a second so you can understand what I just did. So what did I just do? I've closed into this one here, okay, which belongs in this one. And then I went over to this one here with a slip stitch and did after my 3 chains. So this way we're going to have the exact same size of space here, which will be the same thing on this one here too. Okay, and you're going to have the same thing on this one here too, because don't forget, once it's pressed and stretched out, it will be like that. Okay, so so I attached it here with a single and then a slip stitch on this one here on the where we have the space. So I created my 3, one chain. I'm going to grab the back again, coming into the first loop in the back, one chain, single, one chain, second loop, single, one chain, always once to the back, once to the front, and it's just loop after loop, right? So nothing to it. Now Once we are here, we are going to create the single right in the center. And then we go into the back again, one loop, one chain, into the front, one chain. I want to make sure I'm not putting in the same spot. You have to be careful. Sometimes you think you are in the next space, but you're doing on the same spot. That has happened to me before. So you really have to pay attention to that. Okay, so we did the last one in the back. Now we're coming into the double crochet, 3, 1 chain. Now we have the last one here from this pattern, right? So we're going to do 1 single, 1 chain, and we're going to continue on doing our 3 double crochet, 3 chain, and we continue on finishing the pattern. So this is pretty much it for this. I'm going to continue mine to have it all set up once I finish creating the front part, which is the same thing as the back part. So I believe my little pillow, because it's just a small pillow I'm doing, you know, the centerpiece pillow that goes in small one on top of your bed in front of all the other pillows, right? So I'm doing for that one. And so I'm going to continue. I think it's going to take 6 little squares. So it's going to take 12, obviously. 2 in front, 3 in front. Good God, 6 in front and 6 in the back. Now, once I finish doing the 12, then, and I'm going to, add all the other ones in the back part. This could be back, front, doesn't matter. It will be the same design. But I'm gonna have 6 squares, okay? Because the pillow is not that big. It's just a decorational pillow. Then I'll come back and we'll do the edge and close the edge together. And like this, you can see how I'm going to close mine. And we're just going to leave one edge open. Of course, we'll just do like a chain stitch and make it like a bow tie in between the loops here in order for us to take out the pillow and wash and things like that. We don't want it completely stitched in because then we need to wash it. So we want to make sure that we have to leave a side at least open for it. But we could also do, like I said, you can use those lace, those silk lace that you buy at the dollar store, Dollarama, Dollar Tree, and or you can just do chain stitch of the color that you want to stand out. And we're going to go through the loops in there and then make a nice little bow tie in front of it. Okay, so my 4 patterns are on already. Once it's pressed, it will be like that. So it's going to look really, really nice. It will be all stretched out like that. And then I'll come at the end so I can show you how we're going to attach it, the front part with the back part, to put the pillow inside, okay?